Tinnitus, ringing in the ears, or other kinds of noises. My name is Dr. Kevin Trangle. I'm here to talk to you about a very common problem afflicting about 10% of the U.S. population. The great majority of the time, we do not know what causes this ringing in the ears, or what we call tinnitus. However, there are certain instances where trauma, whether it's direct blow to the head or purportedly through a cervical whiplash-like mechanism, that one develops this particular condition. In general, the causes can be traced to the middle ear or the inner ear. In the middle ear, if there's any problems with the three bones that make up the middle ear, it can cause tinnitus. Cholesteatomas or collection of cholesterol can cause it. There's a nerve in that area called the auditory nerve, which if it develops a neuroma or a tumor of that particular nerve, it can also cause it. Additionally to that, it is thought that certain kinds of trauma can affect the inner ear and lead to ringing in the ears also. This can occur through a to and fro motion, otherwise known as whiplash. It can occur through direct trauma also. As I said, 10% of the time it occurs in most of the U.S. population, and we don't figure out the great majority of why. It is often accompanied by headache, purportedly memory lapses, and problems with concentration. When this occurs, it is sometimes thought to be due to an accident or thought to be due to direct trauma, but since there's no objective evidence, it is very hard to quantify and very hard to prove. There are some objective tests that we can use to try to quantify individuals' complaints relating to tinnitus. Because people do feel they have accompanying problems with cognition, with balance, and with hearing, we have hearing tests that can be done. We do MRAs or MRI scans to look at either AV malformations, which are blood collections in the brain, or tumors to see if that's there. If people complain of problems having cognition issues, there were certain tests that can be done called neuropsychometric testing to determine if indeed there is a significant problem with cognition. And we can do other types of balance tests that are very well described to see if there's any objective abnormalities. If there are no objective abnormalities, then we are left with an individual who says he or she has all these problems, but we can't quantify it. It's entirely subjective in nature. In those cases, unfortunately, it is often affected by compensation issues, whether it's a work-related compensation issue, an accident where there is pain and suffering, or the ability to return to work, or ongoing disability payments from a long-term care policy. These are all issues that need to be considered in the context of the available test and in the context of what the individual shows both objectively on examination as well as by other tests that have been ordered. We at Kevin Trangle Associates have a great deal of experience in evaluating people with these kinds of issues and complaints. If you have any questions in regards to an individual making a claim or a person that you are representing, please give us a call. We are based in Ohio and Florida, but we do cover the country.